good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us into our very exciting new webinar on the new ConstructionSuite 6. My name is Rachel Pickens, and I'm here today with my colleague and Senior Product Specialist, Ian Schaefer.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
And we're so excited to show off all that we've been working on here for you at UDA Technologies. Really, with ConstructionSuite 6, you're going to be seeing a lot of nice new enhancements that really just enhance the overall use of ConstructionSuite. Not only are you going to be seeing speed improvements and enhancements, but you're also going to be seeing new changes to dashboards. You might notice the new interface that we have in front of us, as well as some neat things within estimating and even our integration with ConstructionOnline. So definitely some exciting things to show you today. Really, before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about what we've been doing kind of behind the scenes and behind, not just development-wise, here at UDA Technologies. We're really excited to say that we've just recently been awarded the 2015 Top Product Award from Construction Executive Magazine. If you've taken a look at our website lately, you've probably seen it on there. We're very proud, we're excited, and it's always nice to know that you're a part of a winning team. Many of you know that we're that UDA products, so ConstructionSuite and ConstructionOnline combined, have over 200,000 users in over 70 countries, and our products are managing over $50 billion in revenue daily with in terms of construction. So we're really excited that that what we have for you is constantly evolving, making sure that it's staying relevant in the industry and really best-in-class products for you to use. So with that being said, what I really want to take a look at today, or first a few things there, feel free to send over questions as you have those. Ian and I will of course be showing you some of the new changes and what's to come in ConstructionSuite. We also have our colleague Holly answering chat questions. So as you have questions, or if you'd like for me to repeat something, or if there's something that you've seen that you'd like to know more about, feel free to chat over to Holly. She'd be happy to send those questions or to answer those for you, or perhaps answer those at the end as well. So definitely want to make sure that you're getting all of the information and that you've got the need to know as you are the first to really see ConstructionSuite 6. Now on that point, let's go ahead and really dive right into ConstructionSuite. So what you'll see, for example, we've got some great questions going on, so Holly's already going to be busy answering questions. She's loving us right now. but before we get to those, so Holly will answer those. We'll, of course, wrap up and answer some of those at the end as well. So don't worry, we'll probably get to those questions as we go. But what we're looking at here in front of us is the new ConstructionSuite 6. So this is what you're going to see when you first log in. And you can see that right from the get-go, it's going to give you information that's important to you in terms of where your projects stand. Now you're going to see, for example, if those of you who are ConstructionSuite 5 users, you'll see the financial graph is shared, but those of you who are 2007, 2004 users are going to notice some nice changes in the way that it looks and feels when you log in. Specifically, this dashboard view that we've got in front of us is really going to show us our estimate values, our lead information in terms of prospects or new clients. We've got a quick summary view, which is going to show off the total change orders that we have either in an accepted, rejected, or pending status. And of course, our financial graph, which all of us love and know so far. What you can do here is that you can actually take a look at some of these estimates for your projects on a single look. So for example, if I wanted to take a look at this 3929 Northeast project, I can select that from my drop-down menu, and it's going to update this view so I can see the material, labor, equipment costs associated with this project specifically. You can also see in the bottom left the change order summary specific to this project as well. So just some quick information just to show you where you really stand. I had one of my users who was I was showing this off to, was talking about how really ConstructionSuite's dashboard view is going to give them the most up-to-date information each and every day. So his goal was that every single one of his users would have ConstructionSuite on a screen, always there, so it was constantly updating. They were able to see the status of change orders, the breakdown of their costs, and their financial data, all by looking at this screen. For those of you who are Construction Suite Premier or above users, so if you're looking at our lead or lead management or our pipeline or our prospect tools, you'll notice that you've got your lead pipeline right here on the main interface. So right off the bat, you're going to be able to see the number of leads in a given phase or status. So if they're initial leads perhaps, or you've been working with them for a time, you're waiting for them to review the proposal, whatever it might be, this is going to give you that total look at where your leads stand and where they stand in your process. Now, all throughout Construction Suite now, if you were to use this left sidebar, you're going to see these dashboard tools kind of reproduced or really kind of brought through the rest of the product. So notice if I click over to our estimating, you're going to see all of the different cost breakdowns similar to what we had seen on the original screen. You're going to look at the recent estimates that have been used as well as all of your estimating templates. To create new estimates, we've made this very easy for you, and now you can select the Create New button at the top. You'd see all of you see all of the different templates that are available, but you'll also see that you have the quick links to create a new estimate either from our wizard, or you can open up one of our blank estimates or even access the Help menu. Within schedule, you're going to notice the same thing. You'll see the quick overview of all of your schedule details. If you click on the Create New, you'll have that same look and feel where it's really easy just to create a new estimate or a new schedule or start with the wizard. Contracts is continuing that look and feel where you can see that you can easily get started with all of your recent documents or open up your wizard as well as your blank documents. So we've just made it so it's really easy friendly. It really jumps out at you in terms of what you have new and upcoming or how to get started. Now, in terms of some other views that I've really seen that have been impressive are our lead tracking tools. So, of course, gathering new prospects is a huge plus in the construction environment, of course, where it's really important that you're gathering new leads, that you're really tracking the progress, you're tracking the value, so you can really prioritize the ones that are most important to follow up with when they might come through, or perhaps the sources. So you want to know where they came from, how they're finding out about your business, or the status of those. So our lead tracking tool is going to give you a great look at where we can really see that the different leads are. So you'll notice that it'll give you this nice little dashboard view so you can see exactly where they are in that process. You can also click on these different icons and it's going to filter that view so you can see all of the leads in whatever status you're looking at. So you can see it's very interactive. You can of course change these as well. So if you wanted to be able to see where they are, or if you wanted to kind of update the statuses, go ahead. You've got full range to do so. The calendar, of course, is going to be updated with just a new sleek feel. You're going to have, of course, the month, day, and week views that we all know and love. You're also going to see some updated dashboards in our to-dos. So you can take a look at all of your to-dos. You can also see the dashboard and see the statuses of where those stand in that given time frame. So a lot of new changes in terms of look and feel and how that's really going to appear to you in Construction Suite. So at this point, then, let's go ahead and take a look at the coolest dashboard, if we would, which is going to be our work in progress. And many of you have been kind of talking about this or asking about some sort of functionality about this, and we've heard you. So, Ian, show them what we've got.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks, Rachel. So, like Rachel mentioned, this has been a hot topic for a lot of people that we've been working with over the years. It's probably come up from time to time over the past 15 years that we've been in business, 15 plus. And what we found, since we work so closely with QuickBooks, that a lot of the information that you guys are gathering up can be easily put together in the work in progress report, which we actually have back on the Today page, right here at the top. This is going to be one of the new tabs that you have access to here in Construction Suite, both for residential and commercial builders, or industrial if you guys like to work with that. And in working with so many QuickBooks users, our QuickBooks Pro Advisor staff here at UDA has managed to put together a lot of the information for you in useful forms right here. So you'll see on the work in progress section that we have a listing of all the different projects that we're working on right now, and we're pulling in a lot of the information through the QuickBooks integration, which is actually best in class. You'll see this information gathered up into on the projects themselves. We've got the original contract price, we've got change order prices, we've got job costing information available here, and a lot of this is going to be keyed in based on the information that we're either sending to QuickBooks to generate those original contracts, or pulling back from QuickBooks to track our current costs, actual costs to date. You'll even see some of the information that we're committing to here available in the estimated cost to complete. Now this is one of the great little features as well, because we give you an estimated cost to complete based on those open purchase orders that are still available through QuickBooks. But we also give you the ability to go in and adjust this number a little bit. Simply click into the field itself in case you need to make some adjustments to this. If we're projecting that the cost is going to be a little bit high, you can always manually enter some additional information here. If you think that this is pretty close, maybe we just leave it as is and we can update the reports at a later date. Along those lines, of course, as you move through the report itself, we've got the additional cost information, we've got profitability and gross profitability available in here, various different percentages calculating on this. These are going to be key points to help make sure that you stay on cost and on budget for all the work that you're doing based on your progress billing that you're doing across these jobs. Now, typically, we find that with, again, hundreds of thousands of users in here, this is going to be fairly appropriate for, I would say, a strong maybe 85% of you.
Definitely.
Now, as the big point on that one that I like to make is generally try to keep your jobs about 6 to 8 weeks if you're going to be adding them in here. And with that being said, you're always going to go through and kind of manage which jobs are going to be seen on this list, and you can do that up here at the top under the Settings tab. This options list allows you to kind of switch out durations on these jobs that you're looking at. You can skip over the short projects. If you guys do short little 1 week jobs, maybe those don't need to apply here. You can also fix it based on the value for the jobs themselves. So for those of you who do a lot of high dollar jobs, but maybe a shorter volume, this is still going to be really easy for you to filter through and gather up the information. There's also going to be key points on these projects now as well, where you can mark your jobs as completed or not started. And this also allows you to filter through this WIP report a little bit better and change how the information is going to be presented. And it's all going to be reflected up at this wonderful dashboard tool up at the top, the summary views as well. These are going to have various different graphs that key in on them also. And what's really nice about this is it's always going to be giving you up-to-date information. And I like to check this every couple of weeks or so. And to help kind of do comparisons on where we stood versus where we're going, we also give you the ability to generate snapshots based on these as well. The snapshots are a wonderful tool because as you're setting the system up, you can have it automatically creating snapshots every week, every couple of weeks, once a month, however often you guys like to keep track of these WIP reports. And again, it just makes it really simple for you to go back through and review how you stood a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, anything like that, versus where we are today. So of course, a lot of this is going to help kind of focus on how well you guys are doing on these jobs, maintain profitability on all these projects and everything like that, to add into growth. And it all feeds into this based on the estimates that we're setting up in ConstructionSuite as well. So let's take a switch over and take a look at one of the estimates and how the information might come together. For those of you who have been using ConstructionSuite for years, first of all, I want to say thank you and welcome, of course, to our webinar talking about ConstructionSuite 6. But to build on that a little bit, you're going to recognize the format that we're looking at here because this is going to be one of the default template styles that we use in ConstructionSuite. I've got, of course, all my categories and subcategories broken out here, like planning, foundation, framing. You'll see all the tabs along the bottom. But most importantly, you'll see some of the information that we've pulled in from QuickBooks and how that information is going to be gathered up for things like that WIP report. Now, some of the additional enhancements that we've made, not just to adding additional information here for the QuickBooks integration, we've also started to key in on some of these points that people have been asking for that might help out some of our remodelers or commercial builders perhaps or something like that. And you'll see a lot of these great adjustments here in the estimates as well. Not just for those of you who are coming from the older versions of ConstructionSuite with this estimate summary panel over here on the right, and I'm pointing at the screen as if you guys can see that, but we've got this estimate summary section over here with a cost breakdown. Those of you using ConstructionSuite 5, of course, will recognize this as one of the new enhancements there. For those coming to ConstructionSuite 6 for the earlier versions, this is going to be an excellent little tool that gives you a breakdown of costs by classification, type, category costs, and so on. One of the newest features, though, that we're adding in there, not just for things like classifications or types, if you show hide columns in the estimate now, there's going to be a new section here where you can actually separate out rooms and phases. Where did I lost it there? Sorry, I skipped over it. Thank you, Rachel. But the phases and the rooms are just that added kind of functionality for you to assign these costs for remodelers, especially to the various different rooms that you guys are working on. The phases, I hear this coming up all the time with my commercial clients. Phase is a very important way to kind of organize the information. Now you can go into the phase column and put that detail together as well. Oh, let's skip over to the category sheet where we need to put that information in. Let's turn it on again. And again, this information can be built up as you go as well. You get to create or assign your own rooms, your own phases. This isn't going to be a stock set that you're going to be forced to work with as you might with other programs. So this is just a really easy way to go in there and actually define exactly how you want to organize your information so that when you're generating things like proposals to your clients or generating some of the additional reports, you can actually break down your costs or summarize your totals based on the phases that you're working out of, the rooms that you're going to be working on for them. And it's just that excellent kind of presentation tool to help you succeed a little bit more in your interactions with your clients and to give you an overall better experience working not just with them, but with us as well. So again, we're looking for those kind of key functions to help you guys with a better presentation and make more money. And these rooms and these phases are an excellent way to go through and assign these costs and organize them accordingly. Now, not just with the rooms and phases are we trying to enhance your experience with ConstructionSuite through the estimating section, reporting sections like the WIP reports and everything like that. We're also doing a lot of enhancements to the speed and accuracy of these details as well. So through this, you'll actually see a lot of the reports have been enhanced to include some of the additional functionality for rooms and phases. There's going to be additional breakdowns on how you organize your detail. You'll also, as you're using ConstructionSuite 6, you'll see tremendous speed enhancements throughout the entirety of it. The estimating system we've designed to pull information together, pull detail significantly faster. The reports, of course, for those of you guys using ConstructionSuite 5, you'll notice a bump in the speed. For anybody using the old Microsoft Office-based ConstructionSuite software, it's going to be tremendous. It's a totally different world now that you're going to be using OnCost and OnPoint with how fast and accurate these things can be. Even when you're going through and creating your own custom reports, which can be done through the main ConstructionSuite interface. Build your own tables and set up your own templates so that everything can feed in easily. The speed enhancements are also going to reflect through in the scheduling system OnPlan, which again, for those of you using the older products, this is going to be a new system, which is a little bit more like the Microsoft product style Gantt chart scheduling system. But one of the biggest things, one of my favorite things at least lately, has been the way that this information is not just sticking to your desktop application. It transfers up to ConstructionOnline seamlessly with functions like the ability to publish our estimates to ConstructionOnline and our schedules to ConstructionOnline. Mobility has never been easier with ConstructionSuite. And actually at this point, I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Rachel, who's probably our star on working with ConstructionOnline, and let her go ahead and describe how some of this information is going to be available to you as well.
Absolutely. I mean, really one of the things that for those of you, like Ian was saying, who have been with us in ConstructionSuite 5, you would have noticed that product would have really started to add a lot of combinations between ConstructionSuite and ConstructionOnline. So really our goal is to make sure that you're able to really keep those systems related, that you're able to take information that you're generating in ConstructionSuite and you're able to share that by uploading it or sending it to ConstructionOnline so that you can share it with your different teams, whether that's your field team, perhaps it's your subcontractors, suppliers, vendors, or even your clients. So we've constantly made sure that ConstructionSuite and ConstructionOnline are working towards that constant kind of collaboration and communication with one another. So in ConstructionSuite 5, we'll come back to the estimate here in just a moment, but with ConstructionSuite 5, some of the things that you would have noticed is the ability, of course, to not only upload your files and your projects. So, here, for example, if we go into our project files, we can take a look at the information shared between the two systems by seeing which files we've made visible to our field team or those who are using ConstructionOnline. For those of you who may not be as familiar with ConstructionOnline, that's going to be our completely web-based product that is designed for collaboration. We often refer to it here at UDA as that the construction suite is going to be really your workhorse. It's going to be your back-end tool. It's going to be really doing the heavy lifting. It's going to create your estimates. It's going to keep track of your financial data. It's going to tie into QuickBooks. It's going to give you the ability to customize and create those reports so that you can really see exactly where you stand and how profitable you are. It's also where you can manage all of your contacts, your leads, your insurance information, your calendar. ConstructionOnline, however, is really designed to give access to those who are not in the office, or perhaps they're on your field teams, or perhaps it's for your external teams, like your subcontractors, your suppliers, your clients even. So ConstructionOnline really and ConstructionSuite are two different products really designed to meet the needs of two different kind of people or communities. So we've, of course, made sure that we're tying those two systems together so that you can really kind of connect the two worlds as best as you can. Now with Construction Suite 5, we've enhanced the ability by really making sure that uploads between Construction Suite and ConstructionOnline in terms of file sharing is very easy. We've also made it possible for you to upload an existing schedule to our ConstructionOnline scheduling. So if we were to take a look at our schedule for this project, we'll go ahead and pull one of those up here. You can take a full schedule within Construction Suite and upload that to ConstructionOnline by opening your schedule and choosing the option to save or publish to ConstructionOnline. Here, you'd be able to take this exact schedule and either upload it as a PDF, which is nice in terms of viewing options, but you can also publish this to ConstructionOnline scheduling, which is where you'd be able to give your field teams and other people access to modify or edit the schedule as you go. So it's definitely a really nice tool that we've seen there. We can upload that directly from Construction Suite. With Construction Suite 6, we've heard a lot of requests from all of our current users and new kind of people as they're looking at Construction Suite and ConstructionOnline, wanting the ability to link your estimate data with your online, or perhaps change orders or selections with online. So we've got some really exciting news for you here. We're going to come back now to the estimate. That Ian was showing you a little bit earlier there, and you'll notice that you have this Save to ConstructionOnline button. So in Construction Suite 6, you're now going to see an option that's going to either upload the estimate as a PDF, or it's going to give you the option to upload to ConstructionOnline Budgeting, which is our newest online feature that's going to give you the ability to actually create and manage the budgets on ConstructionOnline. Now I've gone ahead and created one for you here so we can take a look at what that would look like or how that would appear on ConstructionOnline. And you'll notice that if you're an existing ConstructionOnline user, you'll notice that you have the budgeting over here on the left. So feel free to take a look at that. If you're an existing pro user, so if you're subscribing to our online services, you'll be able to actually start using budgeting now. So it's available for you as a preview mode. We would love your feedback on ways that would be helpful for you, and you'll still see a lot of new changes coming as we continue to evolve that product. Here we've created a list of several budgets, so I've been working with this for a little while now, if you can see. And one of those budgets is actually uploaded from the estimate that I have in Construction Suite. So we'll see this estimate here for the Dean residence showing me that budget total is actually coming from Construction Suite. So if I click on that budget, it's actually going to pull up the budget details, which is going to appear as your project totals online. So really, you're connecting the project totals sheet of your estimate back in Construction Suite. So if I go back to our main interface, you'll notice that these are going to look and feel exactly the same because they're coming one from another. So basically, I'm now able to take the Construction Suite estimate and upload it as an editable budget online. Now again, there's some things that we're still kind of adding to this. So you'll be seeing kind of more of this tool evolving as we go, with the ability to kind of sync change orders back and forth. So many of you have already taken advantage of our outstanding change order tool on ConstructionOnline. So that tool is really designed to allow you to post change orders quickly in an online environment, so that you can give your clients the ability to log in and approve or reject those change orders. And you're going to see that we'll now tie that together with your budgeting online. So here we've got that budget, that project totals. A few things to show you here is you'll notice that the structure appears identical to what you had in Construction Suite. Now, you're not required to use Construction Suite to create a budget. So for those of you who are online users and you're interested in having just a quick budget online, you can create that free of Construction Suite. But Construction Suite 6 users will now be able to have the ability to upload directly. You'll notice that we've got some nice tools over on the left-hand side of the name column, so you can easily set your classifications or pull the classifications up from your Construction Suite estimate. Just like what Ian was showing you, we have the budget summary breakdown on the right sidebar, which is going to highlight the cost by category, so you can quickly get that update in terms of where those stand. It's also going to allow you to see the cost by classification. So as you're setting those classifications on the left, you'll be able to see the classifications listed on the right and how those are kind of categorized within your budget. You may also notice that you have your cost by type, which would show you the difference between your estimate values coming from your estimate in Construction Suite, as well as your change orders and your selections, which are, in Construction Suite terms, your allowances. So from here, you're able to really take that information and pull it directly, and you'll see that all listed on the right sidebar. Now what you'll be able to do here is edit the budget value. So you'll notice that the budget column is going to be editable. You can come in here and update that if you'd like. You can also set permissions on this for your team so that you can give some team members view-only permission without giving them access to edit the budget. So keep in mind that we've got some permissions available there as well, so you can kind of choose who has the permission to edit or change the budget. Something else that I really think that you're going to love is the change order and selections tool. So now you'll notice that you actually have these tabs at the top for your selections and your change orders. Well, you'll be able to see within this view the change orders that are associated with this job. For you ConstructionSuite users, you're going to love the fact that now you'll be able to take ConstructionSuite change orders and upload those directly to ConstructionOnline so that they can be approved with client, so that they can have an online client approval. You'll also be able to see that you can actually download change orders from ConstructionOnline into your ConstructionSuite estimate. So you're going to see a lot of enhanced integration between your budgets and your estimates on ConstructionSuite and ConstructionOnline. And also for your allowances. So one thing to think of here though is that you can actually set up your allowance sheet or your selection sheet for your clients. You can set an allowance budget and you can actually give your clients the ability to log in and approve the selection choices or post their own choices for what they'd like to see pending. And you can see, for example, with my existing selections, I've got one for hardwood flooring pending for an allowance of $3,000. I can view the choices that I've given them, that I've given the clients here as well. So they're able to log on and actually see the options that I've listed for them. And I can see their decision as it's being made. Better yet, once they make a decision regarding change orders or selections, I'm going to see that information reflected back on the budget within ConstructionOnline and ultimately back in my ConstructionSuite estimate as well. So you've got really all of the systems linking together. You're able to see information in ConstructionSuite, upload to ConstructionOnline so you can give your team members in that regard access to important information. And you can also link the decisions that your clients are making, specifically with change orders and selections, directly to the budget so that you can see that information reflected back in your estimate. So a lot of really nice ways to really kind of keep that information synced and integrated together, and you're really going to love, I think, the way that these work together.
And as we mentioned a couple of times there as well, ConstructionSuite 6 and ConstructionOnline are really designed to be very, very well integrated at this point. What we've heard over the past several years is mobility has been crucially important for the vast majority of you. So our goal here is to save a lot of those costs in traveling back and forth between the job sites and your main office or anything like that. For those of you who might have offices in multiple locations, this is going to be an excellent opportunity for you guys to take advantage of some of these cloud hosting capabilities as well by running your entire business from your seat at your desk and having everything through ConstructionSuite just automatically tie into your ConstructionOnline applications and then show up, of course, in what is now the largest mobile app family available on the market. So everything that you upload from ConstructionSuite is immediately popping up in the palm of the hand of your guys out in the field. With all of this mobility and with this interoperability between these applications, we do have some of the best end-to-end applications available to you in ConstructionSuite and ConstructionOnline, bridged through SuiteLink. So obviously it's very important to make sure that as you guys are moving up to this newer version, you take advantage of all of these capabilities and everything like that. Now, of course, we are going to be exploring ConstructionOnline in a little bit more detail. As you probably guessed, Rachel's very excited about all of these advancements and everything like that we have in there. But it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for you to take a look for this. Keep an eye out for that. I think we're going to actually explore budgeting in more detail in an upcoming webinar as well, yeah? And so keep an eye out for that one as well. We'll get into some of these great questions that you guys are asking regarding the budgeting tool, probably in a little bit more detail in that next one. And just in case you're wondering, Holly is trying her best to keep up. You guys are kind of flooding her a little bit with those questions. So at this point, I'd like to actually take a little bit of time to look through some of these questions that are coming up. There's a lot of great questions coming in here. And again, for those of you who haven't taken a look at ConstructionSuite in a while, maybe you're one of the old Construction Office users from back in anywhere from 99 to 2004, I think was that family of apps, or that family of programs. ConstructionSuite 2007 users to 2010, I think would have been Microsoft Office dependent, and so you can see as we're going through this, that's not an issue any longer. And with Construction Suite's capabilities working with Windows 8 and soon to be Windows 10, you'll actually see a lot of great mobility functionality when you guys start working with things like the Surface Pro as well. It's going to be really well enhanced to execute properly and easily on these mobile platforms. So make sure that you keep an eye on for those. Now, with regards to some of these questions, again, it might take us a few minutes to kind of step through them, but we do see a lot of these great questions coming in, and I'm guessing that some of them are either for potentially new users or somebody who might not have had these things together for a while. For example, there's a lot of questions here regarding pulling in contacts from a variety of sources. I think I saw Outlook pop up a few times.
Right.
Yeah, and with Construction Suite 6, we actually give you a ton of options and opportunities for this as well. Not only some of the tools that some of you guys may have been using for a while. Under the data menu, there's a sync center to pull in the details directly from Outlook. But since now ConstructionOnline has all these capabilities for organizing your contacts and everything, Construction Suite 6 does actually sync up your contacts easily, give you access to those through the company contacts fields, and you'll see those options through the right-click menu.
As long as they have an email address. There we go.
That is important.
Yeah. So definitely, yeah. But like we was saying, one of the things that we're hearing a lot, and a lot of the changes that that take place to Construction Suite and ConstructionOnline are from your feedback. As I mentioned earlier, we have over 200,000 clients, so we're definitely all open ears, wanting to hear what you have to say. So for those changes that we're seeing, the work in progress of being a great example, that came from feedback from our user base who is looking for tools that would allow them to really see that information. Room and phase is a perfect example of that as well. The dashboard view, so often we would hear, I just want a way to be able to see quickly where I stand with projects. I want to be able to see my information. I don't want to have to drill in and look at a whole bunch of data. So many of us just need quick information. So a lot of the changes that you're seeing within ConstructionOnline are because of the feedback we receive from you. So definitely continue to keep them coming. We're here for you. Our goal is your success. So let us know how we can make it better for you, and the areas that you love. We'd love to hear what you're using well. That helps us to know and to recommend those tools and those processes for others in the industry. We'd love to hear what you think would be better though, or what would be enhanced, or perhaps if you're in a unique area, perhaps if you're a little bit more of a specialty work, or if you handle it a certain way, we'd love to hear that too. Certainly, our goal is to make sure that Construction Suite is effective for you all. So certainly, a lot of you are asking a lot of questions, or even feature requests. We're getting a lot of requests here today. It looks like a lot of you have had things to say. Some of these we may never have heard before. Some of these they may not be hearing as often. So certainly let us know as you have those. We'd love to take a look, and certainly the tools that we add into Construction Suite and ConstructionOnline are those that are the most popular and the most requested. So get your friends to ask.
That's true. That's a very good point. And we do love the feedback, and feedback has been a big driving factor for us. Of course, a lot of the feedback that we do gather not only comes from popular user requests, it also comes from some of the organizations that we actually partner with or sponsor. There's going to be commercial organizations, obviously home building organizations. Our most recent, sponsoree, I suppose it would be. The organization that we work with is Remodelers Advantage. We're one of the new sponsors for them, and they've had tons of wonderful feedback for us as well. These are the kind of things that we look for. So if you do have something that you guys would like, requests that you'd like made, especially for things like reports that your organizations require of you, or anything like that, we would love to get some of that information as well, so that we can streamline your process. It's always been our goal here at UDA Technologies to have the most successful clients in the industry, and the easiest way to do that is to let us know what makes you successful, and then we'll go ahead and just kind of throw everything that we can to help you get there. So this is a big part of why we're looking for this. You'll also see that one of the goals that we've had is to kind of streamline people's process as well. I saw several questions from people who are asking about where to find all of these new tools, or some of the existing tools. You'll see that we have actually reorganized the layout a little bit, and we've tried to keep everything as appropriate as possible. So you'll see things, for those of you who might have been using Construction Suite 2009, 10, 11, even 5, I think, used to have a few extra tabs on this front page, like the items database, for example. since that key's mostly into the estimating piece, or the estimating portion, we've pulled it back into the estimating tab, and you can still organize and access this information right here. There's a lot of great details here. You'll also see a lot of enhancements. We're doing some added work here with assemblies and things like that as well to help out. RS Means Cost Books are always going to be available for those TotalCare clients that we have out there as well. So if you find that yours are expired and you're interested in this upgrade, one of the added benefits of that upgrade is brand new cost books. Tons of brand new cost books, all the updated prices, and still pulling a great deal of information from them too, as long as you need them. There's also going to be a variety of additional tools in here for importing and exporting details. So custom cost books, always a wonderful thing. One of the added benefits of using ConstructionOnline, though, is requesting those cost books from your vendors is now just a message away. You can post it, they can submit it, you can have that back in your office in seconds. So make sure that you take advantage of that, and with the power of the desktop backing up all of this functionality of ConstructionSuite, you can pull in and collect information from any number of different vendors that you want to keep in the system. There's no limit outside of perhaps resources on your machine.
Right.
But as long as you gather up that information, ConstructionSuite and your computer are going to be able to power all of that, and then keep simplified reports and everything for the guys who need to pull it up from their phone. So that can all be synced into ConstructionOnline, and everybody who needs the information can have access to it if they need.
Absolutely. Some of the other questions coming through are just asking a little bit more about some of the different views that we have here. So if we go back to our main Today screen, we're looking at the dashboard view, which will stay. You've got the summary view, which is similar to what you would have experienced in the ConstructionSuite 5. So it's going to be, this is where you'd really see those recent projects or the recent activities, to-dos, contacts, and files. So you can see that it really, this is a little bit more data heavy. The activity log, though, is going to show you all of the different details. So really, we all know that when you have a large team working on this software system, it's good to just track as information is saved or updated or modified. So your activity log is going to really keep record of all the changes in ConstructionSuite as you go. In our commercial versions of ConstructionSuite, so if you're looking at any of our commercial versions, you're going to have our correspondence, RFI tracking, and submittal details here, and this is where you'd find the overview of that. So you'd be able to see the pending request for information. You'd be able to see all of those on a per project level, the status of those as well. In our corporate and developer levels, you'd be able to see this company overview, which is really going to quickly show you all of the details for all projects within your certain groups. So you can see kind of a quick look at the total values associated with each of those and see really how you're doing. And of course, the work in progress is going to be that that last tab that really we've heard a lot of buzz so far about. Ian and our colleague Holly had the opportunity to attend the Remodelers Advantage workshop, what, 2 weeks ago or so?
Yeah, about that.
And showed this off, and it was fun to see how closely that aligned with Remodelers Advantage. So we're really excited that to continue to offer tools, and not just for those of you who are NRA. I mean, certainly we've seen a lot of people who are asking for these types of tools who are not in any organization, so they're just wanting a way to see that information quickly. So I think you're going to love it. We've got a lot of requests or a lot of comments about, kind of added functionality or added integration between ConstructionSuite and ConstructionOnline. So don't worry, you're going to continue to see those kind of made for each other. So you're going to continue to see functionality there. So we love to hear that. You'll also notice kind of a newer updated design in ConstructionOnline. So it'll load all of your pictures. It'll show you the recent file uploads as well as all of your alerts. So ConstructionSuite 6 will now show you all of the alert data that you'd have on ConstructionOnline. So as change orders are approved, as schedules are updated, as files are commented on or downloaded or announcements are posted, all of your alerts will now be in sync and up to date with ConstructionOnline. So you'd have all of those. This is really where you're going to be able to see, like, for example, one person asked about logging updates or punch list updates. This ConstructionOnline area is going to be where you'd see the activity as it pertains to new logs that are posted or punch lists that have been edited or updated as well. So definitely some great question.
Yeah, and I've noticed actually that with the flood of questions that we're getting, and again,
it's hard to keep up, guys.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome.
Yeah, we love the questions, by the way, but I do notice that there's a common theme in here as well. I'm seeing a lot of questions about how are we going to be upgrading, and there's a variety of different answers to that, so I'll do my best to kind of get as many of them as I can. So for those of you who have been ConstructionSuite users for a while and have kept on the TotalCare subscription, this upgrade will be available just as many of them have been in the past. As ConstructionSuite is going to be available, as that Total Care subscription continues, all of the upgrades are going to be absolutely free for you. So this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful upgrade process. As this is fully rolled out to everybody, you're just going to get a pop-up directly through your ConstructionSuite 5 software that asks if you'd like to go ahead and upgrade. We're going to be rolling these out in the next
couple of weeks, yeah,
probably couple of weeks. It's going to be an ongoing process for us, and like I said, it's just going to be one day. You guys will be in there doing your normal day-to-day process, and you'll get that pop-up. Should take no more than a couple of minutes to get the full upgrade process in place. Now, for those of you who haven't had the opportunity to keep Total Care in place for whatever reason, that's okay too. We want to make sure that you guys have the opportunity to be successful with our latest and greatest. So we're actually offering a special right now for the next little over a week. I think it's going to run out until the 20th.
20th, yeah. So Friday, February 20th.
Yeah. So if you give us a call and you're interested in adding the Total Care process or the Total Care package back in again, then we're actually going to waive any of the upgrade costs for you for the next week and a bit. So give us a call. Total Care is a very low and a low price, and it's a wonderful tool to help you get started. We have all of these specialists on hand as well. QuickBooks Pro advisors, ConstructionSuite specialists, ConstructionOnline specialists, and since we've been working with so many people, thousands and thousands, well, hundreds of thousands of people at this point, across so many countries, we've seen everything that you guys might need to do, or pretty close to it. So if you'd like to pull from our experience, we'd love to have you back in with us again as a Total Care subscriber. So give us a call. You can always reach us here at 1-800-700-8321, and we'd love it if you'd call in and ask.
Yeah, we've had some great questions coming in through those who are, we've had a few actually of these asking about really kind of using ConstructionSuite instead of a general contractor perspective, more for a specialty subcontracting or just as a subcontractor, specifically as it relates to QuickBooks. So it's fun to see those kind of common questions coming through. I would assume kind of unrelated companies there, but what we'd be able to see there is that there's really ConstructionSuite at its core is a project management tool. Whether you are a general contractor, whether you have, I don't know, a million of the same types of jobs, ConstructionSuite really at its core is a nice project management tool. The items database is customizable. Like Ian was saying, we provide those cost books from RS Means, which give you great industry cost books or cost data, but you can also create your own. We have templates provided for you that give you a good base. So you can take a look at some of the templates that we provide, but you're also more than welcome and able to create your own templates. When it comes to QuickBooks integration, you also have the ability to, of course, take existing item structure in QuickBooks and use that to create your structure and your template structure for your estimate in ConstructionSuite. So if you already are using QuickBooks, as the majority of the industry is, you're able to actually take that existing item structure and use that to create a ConstructionSuite estimate so that you can really keep those two really kind of synced well together. So you're not adding a whole bunch of data. You're not having to really rebuild the wheel or whatever the terminology or the phrase is. You know what I'm trying to say. So definitely, there's really a ConstructionSuite. We have several who are using this that are not specifically general contractors. We have concrete subcontractors, roofers, pavers. You're really seeing all sorts. And we have those who build zipline courses, believe it or not. So really you'll see a lot of different users types. So I want to encourage those of you who are looking at ConstructionSuite from a kind of a different perspective than a general contractor, and give it a chance. There's definitely a lot to show. It's a very powerful tool, and combined with ConstructionOnline, you're really going to find that UDA Technologies is the only tool in the industry that's going to offer both the strength and power of a desktop with a web-based tool and mobile app. So you're really not going to find that sort of functionality in anything else. We're really excited that we offer a unique system in that way. So definitely keep that in mind, or give it a try. Give us a call. We'd love to talk with you one-on-one perhaps, and see if that might be a good fit, or see exactly what your needs are. So give us a shot.
Yeah, please. And along those lines too, we noticed that there are a ton of additional questions coming through. In case you're wondering, yes, we're taking turns so that we can try to keep up with the questions. And it's tough, but keep them coming. There's a lot of questions in here, though, that look to ask about deployment, and I'm glad for that as well, because one of our new partner companies, I guess, is a cloud hosting company, Cloud9. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with them. But they're just one of the many deployment options that you guys will have. So for the companies that like to be a little bit more field heavy, if you guys like to travel a lot and you guys need the accessibility of the cloud, but you still want the power of the desktop software and you guys don't want to limit yourself to just cloud-based typical software as a service or anything like that, give us a call about that too. We have a lot of wonderful options for working with cloud-based companies. There's a lot of other hosting companies out there as well that we've had wild success with. Our clients have gone through the full spectrum. Everybody that you guys have heard of has probably been an option for our clients. Yeah, there's great options for hosting, and if you guys are some of the mobile users and you guys do like to move around a lot, we have options for that too. Let us know.
Absolutely. A few questions here that just, kind of seeing in terms of linking some of the different reports or documents with correspondence. So a question was asked about correspondence overview. Is there a way to link that to requests for information, on-point documents, or RFQ documents? When you're creating a correspondence document and you're including the details for that, so we'll just select one here, you have the ability when selecting the type, so whether it's a request for information, submittal, transmittal, request for change order, or just a general inquiry there, you can actually link that or print that information. So you'll see that all of the information that we've entered here can actually be produced and printed on an on-point document. So by clicking this little print icon to the right of that type would produce an on-point document in the form of a request for information, a submittal, transmittal, or whatever type you select there. So certainly a lot of ways, and that's really the benefit of a software like this as opposed to something standalone like Excel or Office or Microsoft Project, where you really you don't have that integration between those two systems. That's one of the benefits, of course, of taking a look at the kind of the integrated platform like ConstructionSuite has to offer. A lot of questions about those who are existing users and how that upgrade is going to take place. So as Ian mentioned, it's going to be delivered through a pop-up through your software. So you'll receive in the next coming weeks a pop-up that says you have the upgrade available. At that point, you'll be able to run through that upgrade. Your license keys will change, but you'll be able to go through and, of course, see that information in your help under your about. So this is where you'd find a lot of useful information, one of those being the version that you're on specifically, as well as your license key that's there. So certainly you can take a look at it. The nice thing about the ConstructionSuite 6 upgrade is that there's not a lot of the back end changing. So a lot of the database itself is not being changed. So for those of you who are ConstructionSuite 5 users, you're going to notice a very smooth transition from one to the other. Your templates, your estimate data, all of that's going to be very smooth. So definitely some great questions in terms of what it's going to be like for existing ConstructionSuite users.
Yeah. We're both jumping on a couple of these questions. There was 2 points in here that I actually saw come up a couple of times. One of those, it looks like there's a lot of questions here about field staff, what they're going to be capable of and everything like that. These are great questions. I even see some from some of my guys that I've worked with for years about POs there. Not going to mention any names, but glad you made it in here. Most of the field operability that we're going to be looking at here for ConstructionOnline is probably going to be highlighted a little bit more in the upcoming webinar that we're going to be doing, the special session regarding budgeting tools. So I'm not going to give too much away there because I definitely want you guys to join us for the budgeting webinar as well. Don't want to scare you off so soon because there's a great deal of wonderful opportunity there for us to provide excellent tools for you and your team. As Rachel mentioned earlier, ConstructionSuite is definitely an excellent tool for your office staff. We've designed it to be an extremely detail-oriented application where you can set up as much information as you guys need, and ConstructionSuite will help you manage everything else in there. For those of you who've been using like the Premier or Catalyst versions of ConstructionSuite and above, you'll see a lot of this application and functionality through things like insurance tracking, change order management. Of course, ConstructionSuite is providing a lot of reminder details as well. But of course, as Rachel also mentioned, the calendars and the to-dos are going to be syncing up to ConstructionOnline so that you can pull them up on your phone through the on-site mobile apps, make changes or adjustments and have it pull back down again. Plenty of reporting tools and everything like that, and I'm starting to get into the ConstructionOnline. I said I wouldn't do that. Yeah, we've set up Construction Online so that mobility is a big piece of that. So as I mentioned, with Construction Suite being more designed for your office staff, we do have in mind your field staff, your site supers, your project managers who are always on the move, even lead carpenters and things like that. We have a lot of wonderful tools that help them kind of key in on their needs on the job site without having legal pads and manila envelopes with them everywhere they go. So hopefully you guys have the opportunity to join us for the Construction Online webinar where we're talking about the budgeting tool, and keep an eye out on those e-news coming through, and you'll find out exactly when that one's going to happen as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a great question here as Ian kicks my trash can. Asking just about some more of that online interface. So really, like Ian suggested, we're going to be having a full webinar on Construction Online that really highlights the budgeting enhancements. So that'll be coming out. That we're going to be sending out an e-news. We'll be sending out Trojans, those little pop-ups that you receive within your Construction Suite system. That's going to let you know about those as well. And of course, you can always give us a call and check in to see when the next webinar will be as well. But that budgeting webinar is going to be taking place here in the coming weeks as well, to give you an idea of really how that's going to work. You'll be able to see even more how to use that to its fullest potential, how to link those change orders, how to sync it down into Construction Suite. So definitely be on the lookout for more information on that. One of the great questions too is just asking about really kind of the, we've kind of talked about Construction Online for your field team, but also for your subcontractors or vendors, or perhaps those who are kind of outside of your internal team members. Construction Online, though, is also really great to be used for your clients, and that's probably one of the ways that we see it used, I don't know, the best perhaps, in that it's really, Construction Online is a great way to keep your clients involved. Of course, in this age, technology really is becoming the forefront. People are wanting to be able to access everything on their phone or computer. No longer are you having to email back and forth or text or constantly kind of send email updates. Construction Online can now take the place of keeping your clients updated in terms of where we stand as well. One of the ways to do that is through this Construction Online profile page. So what you're seeing in front of you is my Pickens Construction, just kind of sample login, which is going to be where my clients would log in to access the projects that I've shared with them. This can be linked to your website. So you'll notice, of course, that mine would actually, I can click on this button here to actually visit my existing website, but I can also link it to an existing website by just taking the URL or the web address attached and linking that to your current website with a client login button. So certainly you can link those between those as well. Great question here. It seems like you guys are asking questions just leading us into the next phase. You guys are awesome. I don't know, somebody must have given you these questions, but Construction Online is going to be a great way for you to not only have your clients involved on the online point of view, but you can also do it from a mobile app perspective as well. So we actually have the ability to have a custom mobile app designed for your business that's going to link to your Pickens Construction or your enter your company name here, that your clients and your subcontractors would be able to download so that they could use that from their iPhone, iPad, or Android device and be able to actually see the progress from their field or approve change orders, make their selection choices, pull up the contracts, be able to see job site progress photos, whatever it is that you want to share with them. Construction Online is a great tool for that. So definitely take advantage or give us a call and we'd be happy to show you more. The custom app, of course, is available as well. Again, we'd love to show you that. So just give us a call. We'd love to tell you more about what we're doing. This webinar, of course, we can only tell you so much and so many times with this large number here. So you guys are great. But definitely give us a call if you'd like to know more.
Absolutely. And just in case you're wondering, most of the mobile apps that we have available right now should be, I think you could be able to download almost all of them for free through either the Google Play Store if you're an Android user, or the App Store if you're on iPhone or iPad. And if you do happen to be one of the Android users, I'd highly recommend you actually go search for Pickens Construction. Not just because I think that Rachel has a wonderful presentation.
iTunes users as well. You can do the same thing on iTunes.
Oh,
I'm sorry, iOS.
But I like Android. But anyway, the point is you actually have the ability to go through and download a lot of these apps. And if you're not already using Construction Online, go to the Construction Online website, constructiononline.com, sign up for one of these accounts today, and you'll actually be able to get in there and take a look at it. Also, for those of you who don't have Android or iPhone, we are exploring some of the other applications as well for other development platforms. But of course, all of this information is always going to be be available through the website as well. So for those of you who are using Construction Online, you guys want to get in here and take a look at all this additional information, any of the browser applications that you have on whatever smart device you're using at the time is going to be fully accessible through this as well. So just pull up the web browser, go to ConstructionOnline.com, go ahead and enter your login information, and you'll be able to access all of the applications, all of the functionality right there as well. Don't hold out for any of the mobile apps just because you think it's the only way to get in there, because it's not.
Absolutely. Or convert.
Or convert to Android, by the way.
No.
Okay, well, we are starting to run a little bit shy on time. So I know that there are still a ton of questions left out there, guys, and I love to see that. Love to get all the feedback and love to get all the questions and the response. Also, I think that this probably is one of the better turnouts that we've had for a special session webinar, so that's always exciting. Love to see that. But unfortunately, we do have to start to wrap things up today. So I do want to thank all of you guys for coming out. Yes, I'm busted. It should be pretty obvious what my favorite platform is for mobile devices. But we do need to wrap up. So again, I want to thank all of you guys for coming out. We definitely appreciate having you join us today. Hopefully we'll have a chance to talk to all of you guys again soon. Maybe not all tomorrow, because I don't even know if there's that much time in the day. But definitely give us a call, shoot us an email, whatever you can, because we'd love to speak with you guys soon. Also, for those Total Care users, keep an eye out for that pop-up. As soon as that shows up, you'll want to go ahead and hit accept on that upgrade, because there's a lot of wonderful new features for you guys to dive into, and I want to make sure that you guys get in there and start using it as soon as possible. So take a look for it.
Absolutely. On that note as well, this session has been recorded, so we'll be sending out that email with a link to this as well. So definitely send it over to your friends, take a look at it, see if that, re-watch it in case you'd like to learn more, and give us a call if you have any questions. On that note, though, we want to thank you so much for attending. Of course, we'll be wrapping up, and chatting over some of those questions or some of those answers for some of those specific questions. So if you've got a question still pending there that hasn't been answered by either myself or Ian or Holly yet, stick around. We'll be happy to chat that over, or feel free to send us an email. You can always just send us an email either to us directly if you have our contact information, or to info@uda1.com. info@uda1.com. We'll get you to us, or give us a call, 1-800-700-8321, and we'd love to speak with you. Thanks again so much for chatting today and for attending the session, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.
Have a great day.